Students, within a chat box, I gave one link, Google Form link. There are two questions based on our previous discussion. Those are those questions. CRs or the students, please put it in the group. Ask students to join through their IBS login ID. Someone is trying to be joined through the other ID, so I have denied.
Okay, sir.
Please. The students who have joined just now, within a chat box, I gave a Google Form link. Please answer that question. There are two questions. Which is based on our last session discussion. Please answer those questions. Is it Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It is.
Okay. So please go ahead and answer the question. All questions. Sorry, all students.
Sir, can you paste the link again?
Yes, sure. No issue. Sorry. Student, just discard this. Accidentally, this address has been put. Please refresh your inbox where I have sent the today's data set. So the same addresses as copied here. Please discard those addresses. The Google Form link is provided. Please answer those questions.
So someone is trying to enter the room, but he is not in there. Can you please check? Someone is trying to enter, but
Yes.
he is not able to. Can you please?
That's what I'm saying.
He is logging with official email ID.
Might be having different accounts. Okay, I'll ask him to be joined. But see that this thing should not happen. Please understand, students. If you're having 2-3 accounts on your device, and if you try to be login through your Google account, sometimes what happens, the mismatch may be there. Like you are joining through you have opened your Gmail, but your Google Meet is consisting of different login ID out of those 2-3 accounts. That time it may come. These problems you may face. So please try to see that how you're going to resolve it. Fine?
Yes.
These things are not going to be work it out. During examination, it will not allow. Even in class also. This is for your benefit. Because what happens, sometimes other students or someone with ill intention try to be joined and spoil the atmosphere. That is the reason. For your purpose only, this thing has been set up. Ask him to be joined. I'll permit.
Sure, sir.
Students, within the chat box, I gave the question. Please answer that. There are two questions. Those questions are related to our last session discussion. Did you responded? Students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we'll discuss about the today's contents. Please open the Excel sheet which I shared with you. And now let all of us know anyone amongst you, what are the contents which you have discussed during last class, last session, so that we can quickly, students. Till now, I have received 9 responses. Other students, please continue, and then we'll start with the class also. No. Who will communicate what are the things which were discussed during last session, students?
Sir, in the last session, we discussed about how the Excel options work and how to rename a worksheet, and the number of worksheet we can create. Also, we learned how to highlight a few data in any column in a Excel sheet. Also, about the cell referencing, like there were 3 type of cell referencing: absolute, relative, and mixed. And we also discussed about various formulas that can be used when sorting out data.
Okay, good. So we spoke about the various Excel options, and simultaneously we discussed about the various basic features of the Excel, along with the name manager, along with the conditional formatting, and lastly we spoke about that the aspect related to the cell referencing. There are 2 or 3, as rightly the student has communicated: the absolute, then relative, and if you are having the mixing of that absolute as well as relative. So those are the things. I hope you have understood those, right?
Yes, sir.
So now, whatever the features we have discussed, for the late joined students, I have given the Excel form link. Once again, please answer that question. Now, the students who have joined, okay, let me come. Not share the, I'm sharing here my window. So this is the sheet which we have discussed during last class, right? Cell referencing and this, right, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here, how we are going to be convert the name. Now, Banik, Nilotpal Banik.
Yes, sir.
Please mute yourself. It's disturbing the class. Okay, fine, thank you. So now here, we need to understand how we are going to be use this relative and absolute referencing to resolve the problems which we are going to face, and how we are converting these currencies. Right, students? I hope you have understood those. From the numbering, or which you can say that from the home and number tab. Is it, students? Name manager, from the formula bar, you can get into the name manager and define name to the specific range. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
And conditional formatting here, as directly through the manager, you can go, through the conditional formatting, you need to go to home tab, and from here you can set the rules. Once you have set the rules, then you can manage whatever the rules you have set. If you want to set from here also, you can do that. And these are all things which you have discussed during last class, right?
Yes, sir.
When you are referencing a specific cell, like here, I wanted to just give one brief example. So now we are multiplying this with this fixed rate, right, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We are converting rupees to dollar with the factor of 0.013. Now I wanted to convert this is the cell I6 from relative to the absolute. So I can suffix dollar in front of row and column. The same thing I can do with pressing simply F4 button, F functional button, without typing that thing. That is the one thing I wanted to communicate. So as a short, do that, and now you can drag. You'll be getting the figures and convert this rupees into the dollars. Right, students?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what as I wanted to communicate. Now we'll start with the today's content. Wait. Yes. So I mean,
Sir, this there is a seat number for seat number here, right? 44. Right? So someone is trying to join the call, but he has been blocked from joining since we denied him 3 times from his official email ID. He is now not able to join. So can you please look into? He just called me right now. That's why.
wait. Let me check. There's again this problem. That's the reason we need to be joined early. Ask him to be joined right now.
Yes. Hello, Sahil. वापस join कर. वापस try कर. No, sir. It is not happening. It is from mobile as well. Is trying to join but not able to.
Still,
अभी हो रहा है?
given this access, the settings are changed.
Sir, Sahil is telling, he is telling that if it is not happening, then he can send you a screenshot later on the email, on your email. Like if
I didn't get.
he is saying that if it is not happening, then he can send you a screenshot on the official email if the problem is still persists.
Now ask him to do one thing. Ask him to be log off all the accounts, and once again try to be joined through the
Sahil, sir, like he
having IBS account. Okay, so we'll come to the point now. Formula function is the new sheet which I shared. I'll be sharing that screen and we'll go with that, right, students? So here we are having the sheet. Is it visible, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, Shreya. Shreya? The raised hand, what's the problem? Shreya, right? Okay. So now, students, this is as in brief for your information. There is no need to be like keep in mind these things and just look for that. But understand what's the problem. When you're typing certain formulas, what sort of error message Excel is displaying. So I brought all these things here for your information. I'll be increasing the size so that you can see it carefully. Are you getting, students? On your screen also you are having these messages. Students.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Now if you are talking about that the reference, students please mute during the class so that the background noises will not be disturbed this session. While communicating or discussing, that time only you should unmute, please. Here we are talking about the various error messages what Excel is displaying. These kinds of error message when you come or when you came across, it is a reference message or it is to be called as an error reference. Why it is coming? Like I have given here the function. This is not directly I have put up that. If you click on that and look within the what we can say that the formula bar, it will be notifying or noticing that these kinds of errors will generate if I give the wrong reference to the formulas. Those references we can say it as an invalid reference. So that type of error you may come across. Sometimes you may getting these kinds of errors. Now here you can see the range value you have given. What range? Like I'm giving the range as a maximum. We have discussed the max function, right, students? By defining the employee salary and employee age within the organizational database having 74 employees data with us, we perform the name manager operations on that sheet, right? Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the range should be separate with the colon. And now you can see the error message has gone. But if I give the wrong range or multiple ranges, multiple range means that more than one range or proper range has not been given. So it will not understanding that and it will give a null kind of message. This is the third type of error message you will be getting. Now here, whatever the formula referencing or whatever the text formula you have given, now max has to be supported with or provided with the numeric value. Am I right, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So here we have
Yes,
given
sir.
it as a text inputs. So it is going to show us that these kinds of errors are nothing but the formula is been not recognized by the Excel because having the parameters what we have provided, those are not as per the what defined circumstances or what is the condition defined. That's what we'll be getting these kinds of errors. We're having value error. Now, what is that value error here? When we are entering the wrong types of operands. So now here, our function argument which we have given is not correctly defined. So here, these kinds of errors are there. Operands means again, name instead of giving the, we can say that the range, we have given here the directly or no number value or the range, we have directly given the cell, text, but text has not defined with the name manager. If it could have been defined, then these kinds of errors will take care. But this salary has not defined as a name manager or as a name to the salary. That's what it is coming. So it is not recognized by the Excel. The same way here, whatever the value we have provided, again, if it is been expected the value to be provided, the wrong type of arguments we are providing, either this or this kinds of errors will be coming across. So here the name is not recognized, whatever name you are given as a salary, because that is not defined. Here, whatever this range value you are defined, want to multiply, that is wrongly defined, that's what it has not come. And here we are having the data which you are given. The square root we need to be find it out. And the cell which is consisting of this data is invalid. So that type, then it is going to be shown with these kinds of errors. A formula is having the invalid numerical data type within the operand. And obviously, you know, this is any number which you are trying to be divided by 0. That is a long history here, students. If mathematician or the society has not allowed, mathematical society has not allowed any number to be divisible by 0. If we allow that, now it will be a whole math will be in trouble then. Because we can prove that if we allow this division by 0 to any number, then we can prove anything like 10,000 is equal to 1 or 10,000 is equal to 10. A whole math will come as on 1 point. So that is a different story. We'll not get into that. But as of now, this operation like division, if you try to be divide any number by 0, then that is not allowed. So like this, it is going to give me the division by 0 error. Fine, students.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine, sir.
And last, we are having the function which we are going to be look after. The error message is as not applicable type of function. So here wrong arguments are provided, so that type of function is not applied here. So that's what it is being to give me. So these are the different kinds of error message will be getting. Right, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So now what we'll do, we'll go with the another kind of function, that is VLOOKUP. So is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I-
Yes, sir.
Can I open
Yes,
that
sir.
also?
Yes, sir.
So as already you have discussed this VLOOKUP. So can anyone try to demonstrate this? Any student, how we are going to have this? How we'll try to do this? Okay, I have admitted Sahil. Sahil, are you there? Sahil. Gaja.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So now see that you need to be take care. I think some problem over there with your login. Fine.
No, sir. Actually, we have a class link of OB which is open, so I tried joining that. So I was able to joining to that link.
Okay. Okay.
But
fine.
for this class, I tried joining 3 times from official email ID only. But sir, you denied me. I don't know how
No,
it
you
happened.
will-
There might be some technical issues.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just email you, sir, with the screenshots for the
No
same.
issue. No issue. We'll check it out. Fine. Okay. So here we are discussing about the lookup function. Now, what is this lookup function and what is this application? Can anyone, as already we have discussed, so we'll brief and we'll go ahead then. Students, please let me know. What is the lookup function, please, students? We have discussed.
So to look up the specific values that we want along with the through cell referencing.
Okay. So now here, the lookup function which we are going to discuss is, you know that student, what we are doing actually, when we'll be going with the lookup function, there are two types of lookup functions. Lookup means we need to be find out a value related to the specific, like when I'm talking about here, I'm having the row with the number I have taken as the student numbers. And towards the right side, associated columns with those rows are there. So now I wanted to find the one limitation of this lookup is that I need to be find it out the value towards the right side of this defined column. Got it clear? One thing, students.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is
Yes,
vertical lookup. It's been called as. And when we'll go with the horizontal value, now see here, there are two. This is the repetitions, but please try to understand its applications and those things will be getting through that. And after that, we'll go and discuss some statistical functions, and then if time permits, we'll go with match and index. Today, we're not going to discuss matching and indexing because it may get confused, or we can say that if time permits, we'll take it, no issue. So here, when we're talking about this, the vertical, because vertically I'm looking for that. Whatever the row values I'm having, what are the values associated with this row? I'm going to be find it out. The same way here, another table I gave. Now, these are the conditions I have defined. Now, based on these conditions, I need to give the commission here. And here are the actual sale amount. Now, the category associated with the sale, like suppose the particular employee who have not attended that respective sale is going to be considered as an fail. If he is in acceptable range, what is defined, it's to be called as an okay. So now actually he has done the range which is to be defined as a good, and we can have it as a very good and an excellent. The sale target which you have set and is been attended by the sales representative. With respect to that, the commission is been given. So I wanted to set up here value. If I go with the specific value of the sales amount, what is the commission here I'll be getting? Suppose I'm setting here as a 6,000 value. So what would be the commission the employee will get with the categories? So now 6,000 is not there, 5,000 is there. So that will going to be discussed. Fine, students. The application of this normally when I'm going to be, please understand, I told you that there is a limitation of application. So I communicated during last that you may be having the not having exact application of this right now, but somewhere it is going to be used. Wherever I need to do the operations towards the right side of the column, then I can have, provided that this is the we can say that the assumption we need to be go with the vertical lookup. And the same way, when my table is in the we can say that the horizontal, like here you can see the roll number, Mars 2 and Mars 3. Now the transformation of matrix has been done. Rows has become column and column become rows. Like early, the row value were like MBA 101 were set up in one row, and these values were set up with respective columns. But now here, this has been set in one column. Am I right, students? Students.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
yes, sir.
So I'm getting these values when I need to be access. Now down I need to be search, and I need to be find out the values associated with that. That's what it has been called as an H lookup. Horizontally I'll be looking the values, and here I'll be looking values vertically. Now shall we proceed with this background, students? Now here I need to be find out the value associated with this. Now see how it is going to be. Applications I'll communicate. You know that students on Amazon or typically a result, this SSC results or SSC results, it is going to show you that you need to enter specific value, or from the drop down list, whatever the products available, you need to get price and how much time it will take to deliver that product. That details will be displayed. Is it? Are you understanding? Or suppose I have entered a specific enrollment number to find out the result of a student. Then within that, if I enter the number, accordingly, respective result data will be displayed. Is it clear? Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here also the same thing we're going to be having, and we'll do with that. Now, how will going to be? Now, please understand, this is as vertically you are finding out the values, because table is as arranged as per the row values. Row values is consisting of my data. Student 1, student 2, student 3, their details. If it would have been in the way of like rows, my column consisting of the student details, then I need to be look after horizontally rather of looking as a vertically, right? So vertically means number 1, number 2, I need to be find it out where my data is like, and horizontally I need to be search here in this way and go for that column wise my data is like. So now we're going to be apply the VLOOKUP function. There are lookup, horizontal lookup and VLOOKUP. So we're going to be have the VLOOKUP function. So can anyone let me know if I select this? So what are these parameters?
Reference, sir.
Now lookup value is going to be show me that which value I'm going to be search and looking of within this table. So the whatever the value this cell consists of, I wanted to search its associated data. Now what associated data I'm looking? Please understand, students, it is very much important. How we are going to provide the argument. As I am searching whatever the value I have entered, let me increase the view. It is not allowing me to now. It's fine, student.
Sir, a little
Yes,
bit
sir.
more, sir.
What happened?
Sir, zoom it a bit more, sir.
Still? That's fine.
Okay, sir. It's
Okay. Now VLOOKUP function is going to be have this as now what we are searching for. Here within this field, in a mark 1 field, with this MBA 1010 student or any other students which I am entering here. That value I am looking after. So now table array I need to be provided. Whole table array I need to be provided. So better you can select the range what is given there, or you can incorporate the heading and range there. Fine? Students, are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it means I'm keeping the whole reference area for searching. Please understand, this reference is different. That is MBA 1010 reference is different. Now, that table is going to be utilized allwhere. So can I use name manager here rather of giving the table values and these details every time? Students,
Yes, sir.
can I use name manager here?
So roll number we keep on changing. So no
Now,
need.
let me clear. I'll get into the formula. I'll define this, right? Formula. Now see, applications, how we're going to use. I'll define the range. What is that? V table. I'll do that, right? And what I'll do, I'll give whole range of the table. Sorry, edit. I'm not given the range. Now I'll give the name to this table. Right? Right, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now let me please understand applications. VLOOKUP. Sorry. I'm using that. Now this reference I'm finding, where I'm finding, I need to give that the V table, within the V table, right? So table is automatically selected. This is what the, now every time I need not to go with the range. Are you understanding, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
now please understand. In what column I need to search this field? Mark 1 field. I need to be searching what column. So now the C column is my column 1, D column is my column 2, E column is my column 3, and F column is my column 4. Right?
Yes, sir.
Students?
Yes.
So that is to be called as a column indexing. I'll start from first column as an 1. That roll number is 1 column. Mark 1 is column 2. Mark 2 is column 3, and total is total is my column number 4. So now I need to be give that for associated reference of this MBA 1010. I'm going to be look value of Mars 1, where that Mars 1 range is.
So these
Second
column.
column.
Second column.
It's a second column index I need to be provided. Now here I need to provide whether I have to be give as an exact match and approximately match. Now exact match I am finding. Understand, students? Exact match means the value which is matching with this. When I'm going to be look for this the not exact match, I'm going to be look after that the closer match. Then I need to go with the approximate match. Got it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
And this is what exactly I need to be provide, and I need to be close it. Now another argument is also there, but that is optional. So did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Now please find here.
Yes.
Now please find here. What we did, understand, students? The cell reference consisting of this value, right? This value cell referencing consisting of. What we did for this reference, vertically we need to be look after. Vertically within this column where we need to be, please understand. For this number within whole table, I need to be look after vertically this column value, which is going to be find match exactly with this column. So which value is matching crossing cell?
D12,
34.
34.
34.
Right.
34.
So now can you do this for Mars 2 and total and let me know? Rather of having that, how will you do that?
Sir, instead of putting false and true, we can put 0 and 1.
Yes, we can go with that, no issue. We can. Right? Anything else?
Sir, the V table that is being used in the lookup parameter, so that refers to the entire table, or it's the
Yes.
name manager.
Yes, of course. Because now see what is required here. Are you getting the screen? What is required here? Please understand once again. I'm saying, students, what I'm searching, the value associated with this, right? This column. Where do I have to look for that? Whole range of table I need to give. What I'm looking for that? Where I'm looking for that? From where I'll get those values? I need to give that range, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, in this case, you're looking for this. If you are giving this also is fine. But see that we are applying this for whole table, as we need to be look after here also. That's why I given that, right? Now let me fine.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Please.
So, while giving the VLOOKUP function, we used the table referencing, and then we used not actually the 2 comma, like we used a false function is there for exact and approximate. So what is the difference between that exact and approximate?
While explaining the things I told that, time being you need to give that the exact match. Now here, let me come up with this example. See here. Now I'll be getting the value which is matching exactly with this value. 34 matching that I need to be find out. That's what exact match I gave. But now here suppose I'm entering what? I'm entering 3500. What is this formula? That's why I told that I'll be explaining these things, but you have raised the questions. That's why I'm clearing here only. Please understand here. Now,
Yes, sir.
these are the conditions. Or it is like simply, you know that when your marks, your score above 60, you will be in first class, right?
Yes, sir.
So now above 60 means it is in between 60 to 100. So it may be anything, 60 to 100, right?
Yes, sir.
So if 70 I am giving, and I need to find out whether you are in first class or not. So there I'll need not to give exact match which is matching with 60 only. 60 and 60, then only you will be in first class. Right?
Yes, sir. I got it, sir.
So here, the same thing. That's what I brought this problem also. If I need to go with approximate value here, 3000, I may not get the cells exactly matching with the 3000. My cell figure may be 3100. So now here, I'll not get the exact match of these values while searching the lookup. So for this, what has to be done? Approximate match I need to give. So the closer value it will be look after, and it will give the commission associated with that. Got it clear?
Yes, sir. Very clear, sir.
Okay. So now we'll go with this another. Again, we look up. Please concentrate, students. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what value we are looking it up? This value, comma. We need to give the, again, whole table range value which we have defined. I define it. There is no need to give the table full. Now see here, the range has come. Now, here column index. Now this marks 2 are lying in which column?
Third.
Third column.
Column number 3rd. That is index. Index means that first, this is the first column, this is second column, that is C column is first, D column is second, and E column is third, right? So automatically it has taken. Now see here, those parameters which I gave, third index, and we need to be look for that the exact match and approximate. So it is exactly matching, that's why automatically it has taken. So it has taken that argument. I have not entered anything, just these values. Did you get?
Yes, sir.
Because it is exactly matching with that, so that's what it is showing. But as while I'm entering these details, now we can say that the 0 or 1, what is the 0? Again, it is going to show me that if I enter 1, like someone has communicated, it is going to show me that way also. And one more thing I wanted to communicate, that is the optional thing. I can provide here this range also. That is optional. The same thing may be happening. It means where do I have to look for that value with exact match and approximate match? Got it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now for total also you can do the same thing. Right? We look up reference value and I'll be getting the table array, that is V table, the name range I have defined. I'll be choosing that. Then column index, total column index is 4th one. And better I need to be go with the exact match. And then we'll close this. So we can see for these values the same, we can see 34, 43, 77. Are we getting these? Can have the formatting at center. Here we can consider it as a left alignment. Are you getting, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, how your
Yes,
result is going to be displayed or the product is going to be find it out. So when you are entering something in a text box, that value is going to be assigned and that will be matched up with this and associated result will be displayed while entering on the Google format. So what we'll do here, we'll go and look for that. The rather of entering data here, will give the list of these values. And if I select from drop down list, associated value need to be changed. How do we can do that? Get onto the data tab. Get onto the data validation. Now here, data validation is there. Students, are you following me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So rather of entering manual value, I'll give list, and if I select the list from here, associated value should be reflected here. So here what I'll do, I'll get into the data tab and data validation. From data validation, I need to be click and now I'll be on this settings. Got it clear, students? What I did? Data validation. Validation means I need to validate data which I'm entering within the cell. Now there are various ways through which I can validate. Here I'll allow, within the allow, what I need to allow, I'm allowing a list within a cell. So what list I'm allowing, which cell I have selected this cell. Please understand, students. My cursor is on this cell. I'm on data tab and data validation. Data validation, I'll be getting into the settings, data validation settings. The values, those are list. Are you getting, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All students. We are setting the data validation, right? The students who are joined late, for them within the chat box, the link is given for 2 questions. After finishing of this, you can answer that question, but before closing the class, please. Okay, so coming to the point, here, the list we are providing. So now what is the source of list? I need to be provided. The source of list is available with me. So from selection box, I need to be click on this box and give this list. Are you understanding, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All students?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So now I'll click OK, enter button and OK. Now you can see here, I'll be getting a list. The button is there, drop down button. Now what I'll do, now the product list available on your Amazon, I need to select a product and you can see the associated these things. Now result I'm displaying for a specific student. I wanted to see the result of the students 005. So in subject 1, 29, subject 2, 38, and total is 67. Got it clear? So this is what the application of RIA. Can you mute yourself? I hope you understood this.
Yes.
So the real-time application on any of the e-commerce website, you're searching for product value, it will be looking or available product or not, how many quantities, you can apply. Now this table should be converted as like, you're having the product name, available quantity or the price, and how much duration it will take to deliver on an average roughly to any location. So rough duration is given. Now if I'll be selecting on Amazon, if I'll be selecting on Amazon, what? Now here is the name of the products. Here we are having the, we can say that the number of quantity available or price, number of quantity available with us, and how much duration it will take to deliver. Now I'm selecting a product. I want a specific product. I need to look for how much quantity I can order maximum, and what is the price, and how much time it will take roughly to deliver to my location. So these kinds of applications we can do with this. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we're going to have the other use of the function, that is this one. Now here, these are the conditions. Please understand, students. These are the conditions based on which we got. These are the conditions, and here actual cell. We need to consider the cell value. Now here also, if I'm entering any cell value or any cells, associated commission need to be displayed, right? So now here also I can create a range. What range I can create? Get into the data validation, look for that data validation range. I can put up here as I don't know, from 0 to 10,000 range, right? Around that, or directly you can enter that. So now here what I'll do, I'll apply a VLOOKUP function. Now what VLOOKUP functions are going to be having here? So what value I'm looking it up? So now can anyone communicate me what I need to look up? Students.
Sir, the value you put in sales column.
So within this column, right?
Yes, sir.
Comma, where do I need to be look up? The whole table range. So now table range is this one. You can select with this also. or this also, right? Including the headings, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, column index, I need to be look for that. So where do I have to be go with the column index?
Third column.
It's a third column. I need to be look after the commission associated with that, right? Now I need to be come up here with the exact match or approximate match.
Approximate, sir.
So I need to be select here that approximate, and then I need to now see, need to be enter the value. You can enter any value 1000. So what is the for 1000? What is the commission? You'll be getting 0 commission, right?
Yes, sir.
If it is in between, now see, 2000 is not exactly, but 2001 it is going to give me the 40 rupees of commission, right? Students, if I go with
Yes.
3100, I'll be getting 200 commission. If I'm getting 4900, it will be like below 5000. I'll be getting 200, right? These are the conditions based on which you'll be getting. If I change it to 5000, then it will be giving me another 500, right? So this is what exactly we need to have as a VLOOKUP. Hope you are clear with this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, can you do this? Can you do for? Sorry, let me check out. Okay. Now HLOOKUP. Already it is applied. I'll show that. So now, can you do it for yourself by removing the set parameters?
Sure, sir.
Set formula. Can you try for that? Now here we're going to have that. Based on VLOOKUP, we're going to have the HLOOKUP. So here how we'll be applying that? HLOOKUP, horizontally value I need to be look up. Now what are the value which are going to be look it up? Right?
C2A.
Right. So now whole table range I need to be provide. Again, this is the table range I am giving. After that, I need to provide the row index. Now the row index, earlier we gave column index, column 1, column 2, column, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here row index I need to give 1, 2, 3, 4 rows are there. So the Mars 1 row index is
2.
2. So I need to be provide that 2. And now again I need to be go with the approximate or exact, or again with that I need to be provided as a range of the row value where I need to be look after. So I need to give that the exact match, and the another optional parameter. If I'm not giving that also, it is fine. But if I'm giving, that is also fine, right?
Sir, index would be 1 because we are looking now.
Wait. It's this value we are looking it up. The whole table range is there, right? Then row index. Okay, so it says on the row 1 row. It says on the index. Row index is
Sir,
what is
will
the
it be
row?
1? 1.
2, sir.
Let me. It says on a 2, and we're going to be have the exact match. We'll see.
Yes, sir.
Right. Read it there, students. The too many parameters it has taken, because approximate, rather of I need to give the approximate or exact, or I need to provide the range through which I need to find out that values. I have provided both these. That's what their mission was, right? This is the row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4. This is column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Got it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Same way. Yes.
so in the formula, sir, that row index is 2, sir. How come that one sir didn't get? HLOOKUP.
How it is clear? Is it clear?
No, sir.
Are you observing this?
Yes, sir.
What is this?
The indexes.
Now, here, what I'll do, now concentrate here. H, look up. And within that, what we are looking it up? This value, right?
Yes, sir. C12.
Now, whole table I will be providing here. Got it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now, Mars 2. In which row index this Mars 2 is lying?
Third.
3.
And approximate or exact?
Exact, sir.
Exact match.
Now, get it? What is that index?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes, sir.
The same way here also. Here what we did. Now here these are the column index. Sorry. These are the column index which you have applied here. You can see. Now this is what? The Mars one is into 2. So this is 2. Right? Mars 2 is in third. So this is Mars 2. Total is in fourth. So total is in fourth. Got it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Total also you can do. Go with that. We'll be having H lookup with the value which we are going to be find it out, and then whole table array. We have used the name manager, and we have used now the index is 4, right? Row index is 4.
Yes, sir. Row index 4.
Approximately or exact.
Excellent.
So you can see. Now this is what for MBA 1010. This one. 34, 43, 77, right? Is that the same?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so hope you are clear. Right, students?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Data validation and at now limit, you can limit yourself how you are going to be have that. Create list and where the value or what value you are searching, and you can go with that. Now we'll come to this area, right? Students,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
these are the different kinds of statistical functions which we need to be find it out. So when we'll be going to have these statistical functions to find it out, some power, we need to look for that. What are this power and how we are going to have that? Those values we'll be looking after. So we'll go and we'll calculate based on the data, right? Right, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What are these functions and how we're going to be have it? One by one, we'll look for that. A simple, you know that how to enter a formula function. Each formula is starting with the equal to sign, right? Is it visible?
Sir, zoom, sir.
Still,
Yes, sir.
now fine.
Sir, type something. It's a little bit zoom more.
Still not
Zoom in.
getting.
Zoom in a little bit, sir.
Now equal to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's fine, sir.
Now see, where do you want to do the sum? Now there are some students' data. If it is matching with someone else, please bear. This is the fictitious data we have brought it, or we can say that the dummy table, dummy data. Dummy data. What is the dummy data, students? In statistics, you may be coming across this terminology. What is the dummy data?
Not real. Practice.
Beg your pardon?
Random value, not real.
Okay, dummy table is the table which is going to consider for exercise purpose or for particular analysis purpose, but it is not as a true one. It is not, we can say that true data, but it is a data which we can consider as for analysis purpose. That is not true. That is to be called as a dummy, right? So here, the students' details are there: NCP1, NCP2, NCP3, NCP. It has been called as on a test 1, test 2, test 3, and internal marks. That is class participation mark. Non-class participation and class participation. So now we'll need to do the sum of the marks of the student, 381. So for the purpose, what we are supposed to do? How we are going to do that? Can anyone? Yes, students. Here we'll be having the sum. There are different ways through which we can do that. Directly enter the value. I can have it here equal to. Either you need to be give the direct cell plus NCP2's marks plus you need to give the NCP3 mark. And you need to add CP also. Right, students? Students.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now this is what the marks we got it. Other way is I can directly apply the auto sum. Click there on auto sum. Automatically it will take. Being smart, suppose if I'm adding auto sum here, it will select that upper value. If I'm adding it here, it will automatically take the value which is lying in the adjacent cells. Now what if I'm entering value somewhere in between? So it will consisting of those up and down. So whichever range I need to be provided accordingly, I need to be select and I need to go with that. And I can bring it down. Got it? Relative
Yes, sir.
referencing we have applied, and I have dragged that formula. You can see how it is there. Now this we need to be look after that. Up to what decimal? From here you can change the decimal places. Up to what decimal point I need to be have the values. Now 1 decimal, 2 decimal, or more. So based on the prices and those things, wherever you're applying the number, you'll be getting these details, right? Students,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
now we need to do it for the alignment formatting simultaneously. I am doing, students. Please understand that well. Now power. Power is a function. Can anyone communicate what is the power? Now these functions are mathematical and statistical combination of that we are looking for, right? Now we need to find out the power of number. Any number. What is the power of number, students?
Yes.
Now if I'm going to find out the power of 2, but rather of having now 2 to the power how much? Will it be allowed?
No, sir.
No?
Yes, sir, it should.
See the magic. Now power of 2, you know that. If I'm entering here, power of 2 with 2, I'll be getting square of 2, right?
Yes, sir.
But if I need to find out the square root, right?
Yes, sir.
So square root is this one.
1/2. Okay.
Right.
Am I right or not?
Yes,
So
sir.
please understand what you are doing. So this is as logically how you need to be. Now I'll give here square root of 2. Square root of 2. What is the value?
1 point वही आएगा मतलब 1.414.
It is the same like what we get it here in the D14 cell, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can see here these two values are exactly. So please understand this. Now yesterday someone has asked from other section, if I wanted to convert the rupees to dollar, either I need to divide or multiply while explaining that particular formula. So here you should be logical enough. What power means what we are doing actually. 2 to the power 2, if I'm doing the square. And 2 to the power 1 means always that number, right? But any power x to the power half is nothing but the square root of that number, right?
Yes, sir.
So there are two ways through which I can find it out. These values. right? Square root I need to be find out with the power and square root function. Got it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So now here square root, any square root again the same thing. It was not, I thought that it was not there. Fine. So we'll go with the square root of 2 to get the same value. Now here we need to understand the product. So what is this product?
Product of two numbers.
Product of two numbers. Now see, any function which you are typing, please concentrate your students. Now these are the simple functions you may be knowing, but after that you may be coming across some statistical or some functions. Just I'll show one or two. Then you'll understand what exactly this and how we need to be provide the parameters and how we need to be find out the values. So here are the product. When I am selecting the specific, we can say that function, its associated details will be provided here. Multiplies all the numbers given as arguments. Whatever the numbers you are given as an argument, it is going to be multiplied. So now number 1 I need to be provided. So what we'll do, I'm going to give this number, and another number I'll give as this number, right? Right, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
can see, but rather of giving
Yes,
as rather of giving of this, if I give this, again it is coming, right? So it will, now this is called as a tolerance. Students, now what is happening, please understand. We are finding the product time within the range value. It is going to be consider this D4 multiplied by E4. If I simply do here, D4 multiplied by E4, right? D4 multiplied by E4, which is also, sorry, what is that? D4 and E4. The D4 value is this one multiplied by. Now please understand what is happening, student. The same result it is giving. So what is the use of this function? Somewhere, now see, being a human tendency, the auto correction like things is there, right? Students, are you understanding what is happening, what is going on? Are you following doing?
So can you explain this part again?
Yes, sir.
The product I have given here, even though I have entered the wrong parameters, if I this, it should be this way, right? But I gave here rather of separating these values as a multiplication. Still it is giving me the results. So it will treat it as a tolerance kind of things, and it will give the results, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here what I did directly, D4 multiplied by E4. D4 multiplied by E4, it's also giving. So why we need to give this product function? Why we need to use the product function? Actually, this should be given in this way. This is the correct way. But being we can say that the manual tendency, it will, we can say that correctly adjusting the values. It will give the result correct still. Fine?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, please explain once square root. How to calculate square root?
Didn't attend Shubham.
Yes, sir.
Didn't attend my class. Twice, thrice I explained square root.
No, sir. I have attended. I have just trying to solve in Excel sheet in my Excel sheet. So I am getting disturbed.
So can you show me that? I'll stop presenting. You can show me that what you did. What you are doing? Show me once quickly. Yes, Shubham, please. What happened? Okay. What you did? Now. Is that the function? Delete it. Wait. Get onto the sheet. You are
Yes,
making
sir.
a mistake. Show me the sheet once again. Now do one thing. Delete that. Erase it. Go to backspace. Wait. Now select that function with double clicking on the mouse. SQRT. Double click there. Now within a bracket you can write whose square root, whose values you need to be find out, which digit value you want to find out. Close the parenthesis. Close. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
What was the problem?
So I'm writing full square root. Okay. Got it.
So function what is given there, please understand that you need to be look it up. That's I was making you to understand what when I'm using a specific function, you can stop sharing. When you are using the specific function, you need to be check up with that. The function, how I need to be use it. That's I was showing here. Now the product or now next function is going to have it. This is a round function. Now see here. If I type this function, now I'm getting that function. Students, please respond. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now round function, what it does, rounds a number to a specified number of digit. I wanted to round this number to specified digit. So how do I have to do? Select this or type as it is, and then I need to be round it. I'll see the arguments because that function is also there. Here I need to be look for that. Sorry, we will look for that the another parameter. The number I have entered, and I need to be rounded to the number of digits. I need to round it to the 2 digit, right? We'll check what will happen. Are you getting, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
The
sir.
same, the same thing which I shown here. This now this way. 3 rounding to the 3 digit, rounding to the 4 digit, rounding to the 1 digit. Same way here we have rounded to the 2 digit. Now I'll round it to the 1 digit and let's see what is happening. It has rounded to the 1 digit, right? So it is rounding it to the nearest one. Now I'll going to be have the another things. What we'll do? Okay. I hope you have understood this. Nothing to be communicated, right?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Now this if function is going to have. I hope you have used this function also, right? Students, did you use that
Yes, sir.
if function? Can you
Yes,
show me that
yes,
how
sir.
you are going to use that? If, right? Now what we'll do? There is a condition. It is like let's look up here what we have discussed. Sorry. Are you getting this, students? If sales value is less than 0 or less than 2000, we will not get any commission, right?
Yes, sir.
If it is more than 2000, I'll be getting 40 rupees of commission. Then multiple conditions with else if I need to do that. So I'll show if you can go with else if then. Fine, students? Now if condition is that, I'll be looking here. Sorry. Is my screen visible, students?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's visible, sir.
Now, I'll go with if. What I need to do? With the if function, now these arguments I need to provide. Logical test. Now, what is the logical test? Here, what we'll do, this result will consist of. So out of 40, if student is scoring less than 10 marks, NCP1, NCP2, NCP3, and CP, we'll consider him as an fail, right? Only 2 conditions we look for. Right, students? Students.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now this
Yes,
value I am checking. What I am checking? the cell value which I'm having or holding the cell reference G1, G2, what value it is holding. If that value is less than 10, if I wanted to include 10 and below or failed, then I need to be put up equal to sign here. Sorry, I need to be put up equal to sign here, right? But I don't want 10 to be included within a fail. If 10 and above, I'll be getting result as a pass, right, students?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So now I need to be entering double quotation. Text I am displaying, the result I am displaying what? Pass. Sorry, it's less than
10, so fail.
It's fail, right? True. If this condition stands true, G2 is less than 10, then what it should be?
Fail.
Fail. Close the double quotation, comma. Now please understand, students. Condition, comma. If that condition becomes true, the value I need to give. And if it becomes fail, it need to give if fail means the result of that condition becomes fail.
Other value, other condition that is true.
Right. True condition I need to enter and close the parenthesis. So 3 arguments I need to provide. One is logical test condition based on which I need to decide true value and false value. If that condition become true, means if the value which is held by G2 cell is less than 10, then this condition become true. So what result it should display? This is the true result, fail. Value is true. And if this condition become fail, like G2 holds data, the result or the marks more than 10, the condition become false, then there we need to display this result. So now see, it is pass. Now I'll change this condition. Let's see. What we'll do, we'll copy this here. Now let's check. Now the reference error. Got it clear, students? This value has not understood. So here we're going to give the cell referencing. So the cell reference is, got it, students? Now what we'll do? Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I'll drag it here. All are passed. So now I'll check it to the 9. I can see. Is it changed?
Yes, sir.
I'll make it as an 10 and let's see. If it is 9.5, still fail because it is less than 10, right? Other values less than 10, every time it becomes as a fail. Got it?
Yes, sir.
If I wanted to set it as like multiple conditions, now please understand here, else if you need to give here rather of again, now this commission kind of thing, you need to give here another condition or here. Now what I need to set it, suppose I need to be categorize this into 2-3 types. What is the 2-3 types? I wanted to make it as if the value is less than, now fail. Now again I need to be checking that. Rather of giving this condition, let me give one example. Again, I'll use if. What that? If this value, this G2 value is less than 20, right? Students, are you understanding?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So now what is the true value? Now what is happening? Please understand. If G2 is less than 10, it becomes true, then this is the value we need to display. But giving me the false value or what is the false value, I'm again checking the conditions, and for that condition I'm giving a result as what? As a
10. Between 10 to
consider as
19.
a first, right? First division, we'll call it as a, right? In double quotation I need to type first. Otherwise, it's okay. Sorry. What we'll do? We'll take it as greater than 30. We'll make done first. Otherwise, it need to type as a second, right? So you need to understand, student, how wisely you are giving the logical conditions. Logic. Now, both parentheses I need to close. I need to understand that. is going to less than, sorry. Again, students. Now see, it is giving me the second. We'll copy this. Is okay. Are you understanding, students? Now, if I'm going to change this, what the value is the less than 30? How come it is? It should be first, right? Less than 30. Okay, let it be. Will rectify. So this way you can give the conditions. Now logic we are missing somewhere. That I'll demonstrate in the next class. Fine, students. I hope you understood if statement.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That it is a some a bit failure part of the setting of the logic. Now time is not permitting. Otherwise we could have been rectified.
So can we put less than 20 as true?
Yes, we can do. Now see, when you are setting these else if conditions, you need to be start either from lower value or from higher value. Like 40 and above distinction, 30 and above, you need to set it as an first, 20 and above second, 30 and 10 and above is third, and below 7 as an fail or pass. So that way you can check the conditions. It will get it, no issue. Either you have to start from 0 to upper or from reverse order. But see that logic need to be there. That's all. Instead of getting you correct value like true value, false value, you need to follow. So which condition is matching? Matching to that, I need to give true value. And if it is failing, I need to give that. So respective condition I need to be put up. Nothing else. That's not a big deal. Only we need to be apply the logic. That's all. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So remaining part will going to be discussed into the next class. Now let me know quickly what are the things which you are discussing today's class, students.
So we discussed about VLOOKUP, data validation, how to put drop-down list in one particular cell. Also the if statement that we discussed just now. Also HLOOKUP, square root, power, sum. Some mathematical and statistical functions we look for that. The remaining portion, like along with the remaining function, statistical function, date, then text functions also we need to look for that. I need to be a bit faster than and match and index and matching also we need to be look after in the coming classes. So be prepared accordingly. We'll go with that. So anyone is having any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, you are free to leave the class. We are done with today's discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir,
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you,
all
sir.
students. Welcome. Thank you, sir. Yes.
Sir, I have one doubt, sir. While doing the if function, sir, can we put the range of that? Like, for example, I use the condition as less than 35 and more than 40. So not less than 35, fail and pass. So I instead of using just one cell, can we use a complete range of cells? For example, from G2 to G10, or if all the values are there.
Not required. Because
So-
what happens, please understand, how it is going to be justify all the cell range values in one test. Can it will be recognizing like what is the value consisting? Now let me clear logically. If you are entering 10 in G2, 30 in G3, so it need to be consider this data as an 1 and check it. If I am considering this as a whole array, these are the more values, right? It is
Yes, sir.
array. And if I am trying to be compared with 1, it is not allowed. Because logically speaking, how will you going to be compare like 10 with all 30, 40, 50, 60, 70? Sorting kind
Yes,
of thing.
sir.
We
Yes,
can
sir, yes, sir.
compare separately and we'll go with that. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir. I got it.
So that's what exactly happening. So think of logically.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yes, Sai.
Sir, do I need to email you regarding the attendance, sir?
Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well. Okay, other students, if anyone is having doubt, please otherwise leave the class.